Hey everybody, this is Bob subbing in for the Gaming Revolution here again, as he is still down with an illness at the moment. And welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies video. Season 1 is here already, and with it we have our first DLC Zombies map, Astra Malorum. In this video, I'm going to show you how to complete the Astra Malorum main quest, visit Mars, and unlock the exclusive calling card, as well as the Nikolai bottled up operator scan. To get one of the necessary items immediately, you'll want to open the right door from spawn into the museum. Immediately as you enter, turn left and head towards the wall, and you'll see a display case against the wall. Inside it will be a rock saw. Shoot or punch out the glass, and you can pick up the rock saw to be used later. After you've done this, you'll want to proceed as usual, turning on the power and unlocking the pack-a-punch. If you're unsure how to do this, you can follow the in-game hints or watch our tutorial. Once you've turned the power on, you can begin the main quest, most of which involve the map's unique elite enemy, Oscar. You'll need to create 3 different traps to kill Oscar with, which will make him drop the LGM-1 wonder weapon. The first trap needed to kill Oscar can be found and activated in the observatory. Once you turn the power on, there will be several valves around the room. One valve at a time will be actively spinning, while additionally making a hissing noise. You must shoot 5 different spinning valves, which will cause the machine to rotate, angling the laser emitter towards the ground. If you take too long to shoot a valve, the step will time out, and after waiting for a bit, the first valve in the sequence will turn on again. You'll now need to bring Oscar inside the observatory. Oscar will make a global sound cue every time he spawns into the map. You can spawn him into the map by simply passing rounds. You'll want to bring Oscar into this room and on top of the platform under the laser. Once he's there, interact with the telescope, and when using it, move until your cursor is centered on the sun. Once done, it will cause the laser to activate. You must make Oscar move under the laser and destroy his protective UFO drones, enabling the laser to blow him up. Once done successfully, you'll get a white flash and the laser will turn off. The first time you destroy one of his UFO drones, it will drop a damaged drone part, which you will need later, so be sure to pick that up. For the next trap, the laser trap that is located in the Luminarium, you'll need to retrieve 3 items. The simplest of these is picking up the damaged drone, which was just mentioned. You can then get the car battery in the spawn area once you have a pack-punch upgraded weapon. Head to spawn and look at old Tessie, and shoot the car bonnet a few times, and the car battery will pop out. Finally, somewhere outdoors on the map, a lamppost will have a rapidly blinking light. Shooting the light will cause the aberrant wiring to drop out. Once you've collected the damaged drone, the car battery, and the aberrant wiring, you'll need to bring Oscar to the Luminarium and interact with the laser trap while he's in the room. This will place a device on the trap, and by interacting again while he's in the room, you will start overcharging Oscar's battery. To complete this, you don't need to kill Oscar, but just survive inside the room until the bar fills up. After doing so, Oscar will explode. The final trap is the rocket, which is found in the museum next to Speed Cola. To activate the rocket, you'll need to get 3 Absolute Zero crystals. To get these, you'll need to destroy 3 purple crystals around the map with your weapon, with the Cryo-Freeze ammo mod equipped. Crystals will respawn at the start of new rounds if you can't find enough of them. Once you have the 3 required crystals, you'll need to bring Oscar to the rocket. On the side of the display will be an activation button, which will start a 5-second countdown. There will be a blast of frost coming from the rocket thrusters when activated, which you must make Oscar stand in by the end of the countdown. You don't have to destroy his protective shield for this step. If done successfully, Oscar will die to the rocket thruster's frost blast. Once you've killed Oscar successfully using each of these 3 traps, he'll drop the LGM-1 wonder weapon. After you've picked up the wonder weapon, you'll need to proceed until Oscar spawns it again. This time you'll have to stay behind him and follow him, making sure not to be detected. Over the course of 2 minutes, he'll start playing audio logs from his victims. You'll want to keep following him until he plays the audio log of victim number 20, Dr. Thirsten. Thirsten will list the names of 3 planets, which you must remember in the order they are listed.
Stay up there while I draw Oscar away. And remember, Neptune, Mercury, Earth.
Each of these planets correlates to a number based on its distance from the Sun, shown on screen now, with the closest planet, Mercury, being number 1. These 3 planets will make up a 3-digit code, which you must input into the machine inside the observatory. Entering the correct code will cause the elevated platform to lower, allowing you to climb up and pick up the cryo chamber key from the body. Now that you have the cryo chamber key, you can head to the cryo chamber containing Dr. Thirsten, located between the museum and Machina Australis. You can use the key to unlock the chamber, then use the rock saw picked up at the start of the match from the museum to cut out his brain. Once you've picked up the brain, you'll want to head to the Luminarium. In the outside room with Juggernaut, on a table next to a door, you'll see a jar with a monkey's brain inside. You'll want to interact with it twice, first replacing the monkey brain with Dr. Thirsten's, then initiating a defense step where you must protect the brain canister from zombies. After succeeding with the defense, you'll be able to pick up the canister. When carrying the canister, your movement speed will be massively reduced. You'll want to take the canister to Machina Australis, placing it inside the console on the table of the room's ground floor. Once you've done this, you'll want to head back to the observatory and interact with the telescope. This time, you'll want to position your cursor in the center of Mars, so the planet is within the entire circle. As part of the coordinates, you will see the letters DEC followed by 4 digits. Note down these 4 digits. Head back to Machina Australis. Going up the first set of stairs, you'll find a panel that, after interacting with, will allow you to input the 4-digit code you just obtained. Once you've successfully input the code, a terminal on the table down below will start cycling through Dr. Thirsten's reading list. You must note the names of each book that appears on the screen. In the adjacent library, there will be 3 bookshelves, each containing 3 books. I'll show a graphic on screen now to indicate the bookshelf locations and the titles of the 3 books on each shelf. Next to each of these 3 bookshelves will be a statue. You must interact with each of the 3 statues a certain number of times. The number of times you interact with each statue can either be 1, 0, or 2, and is determined by how many of the books on the statue's closest shelf appeared in Dr. Thirsten's reading list. Once you've successfully done this, a hatch at the top of the ladder inside the library will open up. You'll be able to pick up a model of the planet Neptune by climbing to the top and interacting with it. Now that you've got Neptune, head back to Machina Australis. On the top floor by a balcony, you'll be able to attach the planet to a string. Now that you've done this, you'll need to find 3 pieces of paper on a table around the map, and note down their contents. Each of these pieces will depict a unique planet, either Mars, Saturn, or Neptune, as well as one of 4 directions: northwest, northeast, southwest, or southeasts. The pieces of paper can be found on a table in Machina Australis, on the table in the library, and on a table in the Luminarium. Going to the center of the ground floor in Machina Australis and looking up, you'll see all of the planets as well as a compass. You must move each respective planet to the direction shown on the pieces of paper. You can do this by shooting the planets from the side to rotate them. Once you've successfully moved each planet to its correct location, interacting with the console will trigger a lockdown step. This lockdown will not trigger unless all 3 planets have been correctly aligned, but you can try interacting with the console as many times as you'd like in a round. The lockdown will spawn an unkillable Oscar who will shoot UFOs towards the charging teleporter in the center of the room. You must shoot and destroy the UFOs until the charge is complete. Doing this step successfully will activate the teleporter, which will automatically take you to Mars. Once you're on Mars, you'll want to head to the center of the area, and you'll find the canister containing Dr. Thirsten's brain. Pick it up and take it up the stairs, then hold interact to turn on the machine. Turning on the machine will now allow you to teleport back to Astra Malorum. By interacting with the machine again, you'll cause a sound to play. After this sound plays, for a short time, you'll be able to see a small flying object outside a window on the opposite side. You'll be able to see 4 pylons, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. You'll want to shoot the ball on top of the closest pylon to the drone, causing it to move towards the now lit up ball. You'll then want to shoot the next closest pylon to the drone until you've got all 4. Once you've got the drone to the closest pylon outside the map, you'll want to turn and shoot a ball on top of the temple, causing the object to enter the play arena, flying around. The object will fly around the arena and occasionally drop low or down, entering range to be caught. To catch it, you must jump and interact with it in midair. You'll need to utilize anti-gravity to do this, which automatically enables and disables after a short amount of time on Mars. You'll want to shoot the same ball on top of the temple every 15 seconds or so to stop the object from flying out of the arena. Once you've caught and picked up the Ascendant Eye, you'll want to place it inside this hole. Doing so will cause each of the 5 pillars to project a rod. You must shoot all 5 of these with the LGM-1 Wonder Weapon, with each of these causing the symbol on the pillar to turn blue when done so successfully. Once you've shot all 5 rods, you'll want to head back to the observatory. Interacting with the piano will display symbols that match the ones lit up on the pillars. The piano will show these symbols in the order that you need to interact with the lit up symbols on the pillars. However, one of the piano symbols will be hidden, so you'll need to work out which remaining one this is by matching with the other 4. This graphic on screen will help you match each symbol from the piano with the corresponding symbol from the pillar. If you're unsure about the symbols you got from the piano or the order they're in, you can interact with it as many times as you want. Once you've interacted with the 5 pillar symbols in the correct order, you'll be ready for the final encounter. To begin, interact with the machine on the top of the stairs on Mars. The Mars area will be the boss fight arena, with this boss having 4 different forms you'll have to defeat. The first boss will be the giant skull. This skull, with Astra Malorum itself on top of its head, will use the observatory's laser to fire upon you constantly. You must kill zombies until you get a white flash. Once you do this, the firing sequence will be ready to activate by holding interact at the machine atop the stairs. You'll need to do this a total of 3 times, with each mini-phase adding new attacks to the boss. Activating the firing sequence for the first time concludes Phase 1. Phases 2 to 4 are all very similar to each other. In all of them, you'll be fighting a mobile rock version of Caltheris, with each respective phase increasing Caltheris' lethality by adding stronger attacks with increased range, as well as lingering area of effect damage from the thrown rocks in the 4th and final phase. You must defeat this form of Caltheris 3 times in the same way. You'll first want to shoot Caltheris' armor until a critical weak point is exposed, allowing you to do massively increased damage. The key to defeating Caltheris is to keep moving to ensure you survive, and make sure to look out for and dodge the thrown rocks. If you're close to Caltheris, then make sure to jump when she slams the ground to avoid massive damage. This boss fight will not give any max ammo or max armor drops, so if needed, you should also kill zombies to ensure you have enough points to buy ammo from an ammo crate. Defeating the 4th and final phase of the boss, Caltheris the Needle, will immediately trigger the ending cutscene and grant you the quest rewards. Thanks for watching, and let us know if this guide helped you with the Easter egg in the comments below.
Give me back my life, creature!
Easy.
Gang's all here. And if you ain't the ones been busy letting my pets out their cages, I think y'all earned yourselves a timeout. Take 'em.
To conclude this video, I want to shout out the fact that I finally decided to make a Patreon and Cameo account, both of which will be linked below if you want to help support the channel. On Patreon, you can sign up for the lowest tier of just $1.50 a month to get exclusive access for my Discord, where we can discuss zombies lore, trivia, or whatever you desire. A place where you lot, my community, can better connect. Your names will also appear at the end of videos thanking you. For $5.50 a month, you get all of that, and I will be doing exclusive monthly Q&As. And for $16.50 a month, you again get all of that, and I will be doing exclusive lore videos, such as unpacking niche parts of the Treyarch documents I've been breaking down on my channel that don't as much suit a main channel video. For the highest tier, only for those with the ability to and who really want to help out the channel, you get special bonuses I've yet to determine and verbal shoutouts at the end of every video. Over on Cameo, I can do funny videos reading lines from zombies, memes like how do we tell him, birthday wishes for friends or family, or whatever else you desire, practically anything. Of course, none of this is necessary, just watching and enjoying the videos helps me immensely and I greatly appreciate it. However, I think it's about time I start setting up additional revenue streams because Zombies' popularity is tumultuous and always goes through ups and downs. As I'm sure you've lately seen on the channel, viewership is down a lot. We go through big highs when new games release, but then during these drought periods, I need more income stability so I don't have to worry as much about it and I can focus more on improving the quality of the content. My highest quality videos are not always the ones that best please YouTube algorithms, so instead, this way I can produce my best work knowing I don't have to think as much about how well the content's going to perform. So if you'd like to support me on Patreon for exclusive content or would like a simple Cameo message, you can do so to further support me via the links below, but only if you can afford it and you actually want to help me. Don't feel like like you are forced to, don't worry, I'll survive. It would just help relieve some of the pressure during inconsistent periods on the channel, so I don't have to solely rely on AdSense revenue, and still maintain the sheer quantity and quality of content that I put out. Obviously, I pump out literally a boatload of content, and some of these are absolutely crazy projects over hour-long videos, so it's a lot on my plate, especially when these videos don't perform particularly well. And I've not been doing many sponsorships lately to help supplement revenue either, so it would greatly help. Thank you for any generous person once again who does kindly support the channel. It means the absolute world and will really help keep this boat afloat.